Another good thing we talked about it. We've talked about it a few times. And something that I heard some other people talking about, not specifically with Oregon, but with some other teams, is I know we have very high, lofty expectations, but are we being have too high of expectations for Dakorien more this year?
I don't. I think he's Jeremiah Smith 2.0. They're almost the same.
Well, that's exactly what I'm trying to get. We know our wide receiver room. We've got plenty of guys. Dakorian's obviously extremely talented, has a high potential. But when you immediately try to classify him as he's this 2.0 or the same as that, what if he doesn't match that? You're just like, putting a lot of pressure on him. And then if he only gets like say 500 yards receiving this season,
What
is that going to
what
be
was that
bad?
backup? What was that backup 5-star QB we had? That never played.
The one who's a tight end now at Tulane,
Yeah, that guy.
Ty Thompson.
Yeah, that's
I,
that's what
I,
happens.
that's what I mean. Is I think that there's sometimes it's like because I can't remember the stat. The last time the best Oregon freshman wide receiver in the last.
He will blow all the freshman receiving records out of the water
No, I know, but the
easily.
best one in the last like 10 years was like 800 yards. I think
That might
seven,
be best ever
yeah,
for a
700 or 800 yards,
freshman.
and I think that was Mitchell. I think.
Yeah, it might have been, but
Uh,
this kid's gonna blow those numbers away.
Well, I know, but I mean, again, if we're expecting these high things or giving this lofty praise, which again, I'm not saying are not unwarranted in some regards. Is it? It's not necessarily bad on him as a player, maybe, but it's the high expectations for the fan, and then seeing it and go, "Oh, disappointment," kind of
If
thing.
Dante can throw the ball and throw it accurately, Dakorian's gonna get 800 to 1,000 yards and a half a dozen to 10 touchdowns.
I have to stop you. I have to stop you. Just read this. Coming from the team that benched their starting quarterback to start a transfer. I guess they forgot my eye was a transfer.
Yeah, so that makes what relevance?
Yeah, exactly.
mean,
And
we still have proven
Dante's a
quarterback.
transfer, but he was
Dante was a
committed to
proven
Oregon before,
quarterback. Yeah, he was a 5-star coming out of high school.
and he was committed to Oregon to begin with. He just didn't want to sit behind Bo Nix. Yeah,
And he admittedly uh basically stated, that he made a mistake and he should have came here and sat that first year and learned. And he said that was a hard lesson that he had to learn.